I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that off. Leave that off. Save you. This will be step 5. I don't need to open that. Oh, I need to Docker build you. Step 5. So let's actually do like, let's make this latest. Oh, but actually I don't think this works, because latest is also the thing up. I think this makes it weird. But I have this SHA crate. I can use that. Okay, so we can do Docker run. That did not work because we don't have the config here. That's not doing what I wanted. Okay. That's actually kind of strange. It's why? Oh, because I updated in there. Hold on. I have the update correctly up here, but not over here. I changed the user, yeah. Okay, so just to make sure I'm running what I think that I'm running over here, we're gonna you. Okay. You go to everything. That's not how it works. I want to do that. There we go. Okay, now let's try this again. Build to latest. Run to latest. There we go. Now we're happy. And if I open up TOML, we're good to go here. Okay, so we first build you. And then we run you. Okay. So good times there. We're good to go. All right, so then we have a walkthrough. Okay, then final one. So deployment. This is okay. So we have a one thing on Windows, paste from Shiffins, or right click messes up multi-line. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. That's okay. I think it would be okay to also say, just write it out by hand. Like personally, I like to do that for things. Yeah, on Mac, I just do Command V and it just works as expected. I don't have to do anything special to insert multiple lines. Now it does run them each line as it's going in. So that's fine. Which terminal are you using on Windows? Are you using PowerShell or Terminal? Because there's a terminal you can get from the Windows Store that I think is altogether superior to PowerShell. Even though it's like running PowerShell on its own, it's like the interface for the shell or for the terminal part is much better. And I think that one, multiple lines, works a little better. I haven't really used PowerShell a lot. Okay, so that is the latest terminal for the show. Okay, that's the one I'm using, and I think it's working. We can test that later. Okay, so deployment. Okay, so we have a working. All right, so we have a working image. We have a working image that we can now share with our team. We can either have them build the image from the Docker file and then run with and then run it, or we can push the image to a repository, so they only need to run it. If we want to push to a repository like Docker Hub, we'll first need to create an account. Is there a special place for creating an account? I'm logged in, so I don't think I can do that anymore. Okay, so we'll first need to create an account. After creating an account, okay, so after creating an account, get a read write key. So I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a help for this. So Docker Hub. Yeah, create and manage access tokens. This is what I want. So how to create an access token. So get a read-write access token. And run the, okay, so then run the Docker login command to authenticate to your Docker Hub account. Do I still have access to that? I didn't like actually keep it. The key, that is. Go to my account, security, access tokens. I have stream publish. Yes, I no longer have access to it. Okay, so I would have to delete it. So let's I want login. Oh, it works okay if you run command from Helix clipboard paste before. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that that would happen. That sucks. Okay, so here's login. So, and then use Docker login. So, to authenticate to your GitHub account. Finally, we can push the image that we created with the Docker push command. So then we have this. So we're gonna do Docker push, Quickzirker latest, Helix latest up, and that sends up all the layers, and we're good to go. All right, this one article took us most of the day to do, but it is a big article, and it's sort of like a project type article anyways, to sort of that goes like back and forth. It teaches you how to do stuff. I think that this is I think it's important. I think it's good. Right? So okay, and there. In my case, you can see the repo at let's go find here. If I look for Helix, is mine the only one here? Oh, right, because there are many Helixes. Mine doesn't show up even on the first page. Fine. Quickzirker, and I want Quickzirker Helix. There we go. Okay. Hi. You back to say hi? Want to come up here? No? Okay. You just want to meow. Meow and ask me to follow him upstairs. Okay, so in my case, you can see the repo at here. And then we're good to go. We have done it. So now anyone on your team can just use the Docker run rm it command to let's see, command to load and run Helix on their system without installing Helix or Rust locally. Let's do challenge. Harsh, hello. How are you doing today? You're new to the channel. May I know more about you and on what content you make a video about? I do a lot of I do both challenges myself where I just program things. And then I also do a lot of tutorials and like building educational type content. So for right now, we're building a course on Docker. I also do a lot of Rust code. So if you're interested in Rust, I have a lot of code, a lot of Rust videos. We've made a couple different courses on that are free on YouTube. And then I'm also starting to create courses and sell them on an LMS that I created too. So that's kind of what I'm all about. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. How are you doing today? Let's see. Pick a command that you use and wrap it in Docker. Okay, make sure the command is a terminal command. GUI commands are out of scope for this course. Okay, so there we go. Done. Okay, so we are finished with this article, this lesson. 686 lines. So this might be the longest one yet. Okay, so let's save you. Let's head back over to README. So we are done. And this is, okay, so this is going to Docker, Dockerize Helix. There we go. Whew. Zilby, what are you looking at? Oh, I think he wants to play. So I think we can set something up like that. I have his thing, the new toy that we gave him. I can set his camera to look out that direction. I can even make it bigger. We're not taking a break. Sylvie. All right. That might keep him busy for a little bit of time. Okay, you're into web dev, learning in public, and you want to switch your full stack dev role to DevOps. Nice. Have I made a project related to full stack web dev? You'd be grateful to learn from my videos. I have done that. I created, so my course, I have 2 courses, one on Axim and one on U, that is like, that would be considered full stack if you use both of them. They basically work together, right? We created a backend on Axim, and then the front end uses that backend to do its thing. I think it's a to-do app. That being said, like, are you interested in Rust type things? Because unfortunately, I don't have any courses on like just JavaScript backends. They're all Rust right now. I guess except this one. This is the first not Rust course that I made. And I guess my sysadmin course, the one for like deploying to DigitalOcean, you don't really need to know any. Only like the first couple episodes, lessons are about like a Rust type stuff, but it's not really. Sylvie, you want something else? Here, let's have another toy. A little. I do this all the time where I miss the door. And then half the time, Zilby just sort of stares at me like what? What are you thinking? Okay, so we have those. That's good. What time is it? 12:52. That's not too bad. Building images for multiple targets. So this is the next thing we have to learn how to do this, and then we can create a lesson for it. I guess we can create the. I think we can create the pushing images.hub. We kind of already did that, so. So all I have to do here now is building images for multiple targets. That's it. All right, well, Zilby's gone. So new, so this is going to be building images for multiple targets, multiple platforms. Okay, so when we build a Docker image using Docker build, that image is. Oh, I think I do need to take a quick break. Zilby is meowing a lot and he's starting to paw. And so those of you who have cats, and when the cat starts to paw things, you know there's a problem. I need to take him upstairs and make sure that he doesn't need me to do anything. So this might be more of a 5-minute break or something. So I will be right back in 5 minutes or so. All right, I am back. He did indeed need to go use his need to go to the restroom. And he wanted me to be with him. So all that's taken care of. Got him some new food. He's down here eating, so everything's good. Coffee, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so let's see. When we build a Docker image using Docker build, that image is built for the current platform that you are using. For example, if you are on a MacBook Pro, that image will now only work on MacBooks. However, we can build images for other platforms with the Docker build platform command. So let's go find this. Okay, there it is. So here, Docker build, we wanted the Linux. I think it was AMD 64 as an example. Hi, you done? Wanna come and hang out with us? Yeah, come here. No? Okay, here we go. So we have you. So we do a Docker build, latest platform. Okay, so we got that. We can see. Ooh, why am I tabbed in? Okay, so I think here I want to link this to the other platforms. And I always forget where to find them. I feel like Docker makes it a little bit harder to see what the platforms you have available to build for. So we have platform. Let's see, build arguments. No, those are actually arguments. Introduction. It's like build the image. That's not right. Multi-platform. I'm hoping to find a simple page that has just a list of the platforms to build for. Okay, this is probably, I mean, it's not the names of them though. It's the only problem. This, okay, wait, this is a lot closer. This is how to do the repo for it for architectures, which is not exactly what I was going for. I want things that like show that. Like for example, this. That takes me out to GitHub Docker page. Okay, maybe maybe it's under guide. Maybe it's under reference. Build not target. Okay, platform. Set platform if the server is multi-platform compatible. Cool. Those are the only platform on this page. Cool. Great. Okay, so I need to use build X, I think, or builder. I think, okay, so I think what we read is that we need to do build X something. So back to manuals now. I want to build images, multi-platform images. Okay, so when you evoke a build, you can set the -- platforms. That's what we've done. But by default, we can only build for a single platform at a time. If you want to build for multiple platforms at once, you can create a new builder that uses the Docker container driver. Just open that up. Turn on the containerd snapshotter storage. Is there one that's like, maybe we want to build our own driver? Okay, so we can build this. Okay, so we want to do Docker build X create the name of a container. So move this over to the left so we can do this over here. We're going to do Docker build X create name is going to be so we'll call this like tester. The driver is Docker container. Now the driver op, so here's some options we have. So image sets the build kit image to use for the container. Do we really need to do that here? When you run a build, BuildX pulls the specified image. When the container is started, BuildX submits the build submitted to the containerized build server. Unlike when using the default Docker driver, images built with a Docker container driver must be explicitly loaded into the local image store. Use the -- load flag. Okay, so Docker build X, and then that returns the container, right? Oh yeah, you did post that, didn't you? And I forgot you did. That was in Discord somewhere. Where was that? Oh yeah, here it is. Copy copy the link. Copy link. Yeah, it's from Red Hat. Okay, so Docker build X. To build Linux AMD 64 and Linux ARM 64 container images using Docker build X, you can use the following command. So maybe I can just send them here. This might be good. Docker build X create --use --name my builder. Inspect bootstrap. Build platform. Output. Okay, so give it tags, builder. Okay, which builder to use. Oh, and then dot for where the Docker file is. Oh, and then Docker build X stop my build. Oh, to stop it. Interesting. To set up Docker build X on your machine, follow these steps. Install Docker, obviously. Enable experimental features. This is from November of 2023, which is not very long ago. For Docker, where is that and mine? So in the Docker hub, or no, this is Docker desktop. Builders, okay. Selected builder. Yeah, so this, I don't think this is, I don't think that this is experimental anymore because I just have builders here and I just have the normal builder here. And so I can create a new builder, I think. So let's try this. So if I do this, Docker build X create use. Okay, what if I don't even do my, I would guess that if I just do Docker, it's full screen you, put you to the side, put you over here. So if I do Docker build X create name, and we're gonna do build with like we'll call this multi-platform. Arpit, hello, how are you doing today? And then okay, that was it. Now I did not use the -- use command, but yeah, so we can now see here's my multi-platform. It just shows up over here. It's paused. Now I can, I think, just say Docker build X use multi-platform. and it just switched mine to selected builder, although it's paused and this is still running. That's interesting. Okay. Now they want you to build X inspect bootstrap. Build X inspect bootstrap. Oh, and that makes it start running. Okay. So that's good. They're both running now. Okay. Build X build with, okay, for what platforms I'm going to do. So now I do Docker build X build platform. Okay, so now we can say which ones I want, right? Linux, AMD 64, comma, Linux, ARM 64. I forget what the ones are for Mac. I was really hoping that they would have a list of the potential targets. So Dogger build platform list. I mean, I would love for there just to be. Why did they make this so hard to find? Okay, so we have this. Is that the list here? So for example, we have Linux AMD 64, right? So Linux AMD 64. Does that mean there's also a Windows AMD 64? I think the Mac one is Darwin AMD 64, right? And Darwin. Ooh, I don't remember which one's which. If I try to run this myself, okay, so excuse me. Let's say I try to run the one I just did, right? So if I do Docker, so what's the last one I built? Okay, so did it for platform AMD 64. So if I do a Docker run again. Oh, I would have expected that would have, okay, yeah, it works anyways, but yeah, it's saying that the requested images platform does not match the Texas host platform Linux ARM 64. Okay, so my platform is Linux ARM 64. So I want to build for Linux ARM 64, AMD 64. Probably both of those. Probably just both of those. ARM64 and AMD64, and that should work on everybody's system or on most people's systems, maybe, possibly. Okay, and I think Darwin is PPC, or was that the Intel one? I don't remember. Okay, so I want both of those. So AMD 64 and ARM 64. Okay, so back to you. We're going to do build with this. So Docker build X build platform. Our platforms, we're going to do Linux, AMD 64, comma, Linux, ARM 64. Okay, so now we do our output. So our type is equal to image. Go ahead and also push it. Oh, push equals true. So also just push this straight up to the repository. On the same line here, we're going to tag this. So this is Brookzerker, Helix, latest with builder, multi-platform, and then dot for where the Docker file is. So if I do that, that should now build this for both of them and push them up at the same exact time. Okay, and pushing layers. So now this is now going to be going up to Docker Hub. And while we're waiting for that to go up, we can see my Brookzerker Helix is only available right now on Linux ARM 64 because that's what we built it for, right? But now we're doing it on both at the same exact time. Okay, so that's up. Now if we come back to here and we refresh, now we can see that the same image tag combination is available on both Linux architectures. And so I can build this on as many as I want. So if I should be able to run this now again. So Docker run. Ooh, okay, so hold on. You yelled at me again. Linux AMD 64. Did I not build it for that? I tried to. Linux AMD 64. Oh, this is ARM 64. Does not match the detected host platform. Linux ARM 64. V8. Okay, so maybe I need the V8. So then let's try this again. Nope, that still had the same error. Linux ARM64 V8. Why is that not working for me? For Docker images, we have latest here. Oh, that was 25 minutes ago. Am I using the wrong one here? Let's try this. Docker RMI Berserker Helix latest. So if I do a run again on this, you pull down and maybe it will work better. Yeah, that one didn't have the error. Okay, so it was using a cached version locally for the problem. Of course it did. Also, ad break just started. Sorry, I didn't notice that it was about to start. Sorry for everybody who's getting ads right now. And I didn't warn you. Cool. Okay, I think we're going to just link to this because I think that document works just fine. Okay, so where are you? Here you are. So specifically, I want this Docker buildx. Which does, okay, that is what you sent me to. Okay, perfect. Oh, and we need to stop this too. Now, if I do a Docker build, so we'll just call this testing dot build. Notice that it's using desktop Linux here for that. So I would need to use the Docker buildx in order to make sure it's built through the other one. And if we look at Docker build help, oh, I can use a different builder. So I can say Docker builder multi-platform. What did I call it? Multi_platform. Okay, so multi_platform -t testing. I could then do platform, I think, Linux, AMD 64, Linux, ARM 64 dot. Yeah, and that works for both of them. Oh, I would need to set what the output is. Okay, so it is easier to do with the buildx with like the entire output thing. Okay, that's fine. That's good to know. But yeah, okay, so I think, and then we can stop this. I can either stop it here by like that stop, or I can just do a Docker buildx stop multi-platform. And that should stop this. There he goes. Okay, so it is now paused. And we're good to go. Now I can do Docker buildx use desktop Linux. And that becomes our selected builder again. And then we're sort of back to default. Okay. I think that we can just use this one. Okay, so however, we can only build you can build images for other platforms. Now the closest we found to a list of other platforms was here. With the Docker build platform command. Okay, so with that, if we, okay, so multiple platforms at the same time. By default, Docker can only build for one platform at a time, which is annoying. We can create a new builder using Docker buildx. Okay, so we can create a new builder using Docker buildx and use it to build an image with the same tag for multiple platforms at the same time. Read this article from Red Hat. To learn how. Now we did it, so I just have to go back until we find where we did this on. So Docker build testing. No, that's not right. There's my run. Londo Spark. Rating with a party of 9. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know why I didn't get any sound from that. Oh, there it is. Okay. It just, the message in chat and the actual event happening was very different. Londo and Raiders, how are you all doing today? How was your stream? What was your stream about? And Londo, thank you so much for the resubscription. 22 months already. Time is flying. It was a test stream for the Rust Relay tomorrow. Oh, right. There's the Rust Relay thing tomorrow. I will not be online tomorrow, so I won't be able to see it. But I hope that it goes really well and everything is good. Were you working on anything else, or was it just a test stream? Okay, so that's, I need to create it. Oh yeah. So we start up here. So we do Docker buildx create name multi-platform. That creates it. Then we use it. Then we inspect it. Then we build for it, then we run it, then all this stuff happens, and it gets pushed up, and we're done. There we go. Fun times. Let's see. You ended up going through the Spacetime DB tutorial. Oh, nice. I don't know if I've ever used... Oh, I've definitely not used Spacetime. How are you liking it? I'm going to add that to my list of technology to check out. Spacetime DB. My day is going pretty good, and the stream is going pretty well. We did one huge article on Docker stuff, and we're just doing an article on multi-platform builds with Docker. Okay, it looks like a version of Firebase that actually works. It's pretty nice. Firebase has been out for so long. I've only ever used Firebase for the deployment features of it. I've never used their database. Their database reminds me a lot of Parse. Do any of you remember Parse? Is that like, that's like 2 or 3 ages ago, it feels like, in the eras of web development. Okay, we'll need to clean this up. This is a lot of code here. Okay, so okay, we build X, create, name, multi-platform. That comes out like that. Oh, let's first search for main. We have 7 selections, so main, maybe that. That should be good. No. Okay, so why am I... Oh, because that one has a dot on it. Oh, that's nasty. Is there like a go... I want to... No, that doesn't go to... That's not going to help. I want like to move... is there a search? No, that's a full search. Is there like a line search? I want to go to the last of the line. I don't want to go to the start of the line. I want to go until I find something in this line. So let's see, go. I don't think that's what I want either. There's search. Select search, next search match. That's ZN. Maybe that's what I want. So if I Z, select next search match. Okay, N. Oh no, that's definitely not what I want. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm in a screwed up state. Okay, so all right, let's try this again. So if I want select everything, search for, let's say, like open main closed. Oh, that's very bad. Let's open main closed. Okay. That's 7 selections. That's the thing. I want to go to the beginning of it. I want to capital Z, search for regex pattern, and I want the $sign. Okay, so that goes to there. Oh, but I lost my multiple cursors when I did that. Oh no, I didn't do that. Okay, but that's not really helpful. Well, that sucks. I guess if I just go over like this. Why is that working when it's multiple lines like that? Oh, I'm off by 1. So if I just do, nope. Oh, now I'm in a bad state. Okay. There. Delete that. Okay. I think we should be good now. All right, so we start BuildX use multi-platform. Oh, so BuildX create name multi-platform. Returns that. Use multi-platform. Inspect bootstrap. Building. We get all this information about it. Yay. Awesome. Okay. BuildX build. All right, so I want platform. So let's do multi-line for this. So platform with that. BuildX build platform. No, wait, that's wrong. This is what I want. Okay, so I tried to do this one and it didn't do what I wanted to. Does not match the detected host. Okay, so Dr. Okay. Docker BuildX platform. Okay, so platform that output push true tags. Okay, so build. Okay, so we can just keep this in one line. It'll be fine. Multi-platform dot. Okay, so now it's going to be, now it builds that thing. It gets all this stuff and it does both them and it pushes out. Okay, so, and if we check the deployed build, deployed image, we'll see that it supports both tags. Okay, great. Perfect. So there we go. All right, so that's building for multiple targets. So Docker for web development, multiple platforms. All right. So the next thing is, I think, I don't have any other things to add into the course. Like this feels pretty good for like getting started with Docker for web development type stuff. And in fact, I probably don't even need to call it Docker for web development. This could just be Docker. Like, you know, I don't even know if it's like a getting started with Docker, because like we get started with it, and then we dev with it, and then we just do some slightly more advanced cool stuff with it, and then that's it. Like that's what you need to get going with Docker. And now you should be confident using Docker with everything else, and hopefully be able to do your own thing. So next steps for us for this specific course, I want to record videos for it. So now that we've written these, let's search for that and replace you with a space. Okay. It is 2:00 right now. I don't know if I want to start doing videos right now on this. What I might want to do is I might want to rest my voice. Maybe we can like end earlier or something. And then next week starting on Tuesday, we're going to have Tuesday and Wednesday, and we can see if we can just knock all of these out, or at least as many as possible out as videos. And then once we're good with that, it's time to upload them to someplace, and probably get this into the LMS, figure out a price for it, and activate it and start selling the course. Now, I joke that watching the live streams and the VODs for this, that's the free tier. I have to figure out what the price is. I'm thinking right now maybe something like $20, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm not fully sure. So also probably when we create it, I'll probably do a couple of giveaways. That's what I did with the last one for SQLX Rust. So that's always fun too. We'll figure out some fun things with that, and then this project will be done. So I foresee that this will be either next week or the week after. We'll be finished with the Docker course and be ready to move on to whatever the next thing is. All right. So in the meantime, do any of you have any questions, thoughts, comments? I think I'm going to give myself a rare. I think I'm going to end early. Mostly to give my voice a break, but also, just like it's nice to like, okay, we did something. I'll just take like a couple hours off. It'll be fun. It'll be nice. I have the house to myself this afternoon too, so I can go and turn on like loud music upstairs. It'll be nice. Are you looking forward to this talk at FOSDEM? So what is that? Free and open source something? Like, is it a conference or something? Modern build system for containers. Are you still building images like it's 2015, like the way I'm just teaching? This help with the UPC with modern build technology and building images in seconds rather than minutes. Okay. Yeah, definitely could. This type of stuff makes a huge difference in CI/CD. OCI container images. Interesting. Yeah. Very nice. That'll be interesting. That will be interesting. When is that? Oh, that's Saturday. I'm usually busy on Saturdays. Also, I would not be surprised if that's in the middle of the night for me. I don't know when exactly that is for me. But yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Are you going in person? That would also be interesting to sort of like, conferences in person are always fun. The hello. There's lots of containerization technologies, Docker, Firecracker, gvisor, even Wasm to some degree. Do you have any recommendations on where you can learn about how to choose between these? It is, yeah, that would be overwhelming to learn them all just to decide. I don't think you can really go wrong with learning Docker because it is everywhere. There's so many companies are still using Docker. If you want to deploy to like ECS, that's Docker. If you want to, like, most companies are still like using Docker behind the scenes. Podman is like a stand-in replacement for Docker, but tries to like replicate its API. I would probably start with Docker simply because of that. And then I would switch to new things if there's a need. So that would be my choice. I'm interested in like if everybody else would agree with that. So Docker goes the distance and is the door to other avenues. I guess if I was a hiring manager, for example, I would say that Docker, if you know Docker, then I would basically say, okay, well, clearly you know the ideas of containerization. So therefore, everything else you can just learn. Like, it's just gonna be syntax, it's gonna be like slightly methodologies that are different here and there, but the general idea, like the theory behind everything of containerization, is gonna be the same no matter what you do. So therefore, it's sort of like front-end frameworks, right? If you know one of them, generally speaking, you can learn the others really quickly. So therefore, you don't really need to learn the others to get a job. They're just like, okay, know one of like these 4 different frameworks. That's generally how I like to consider FOMO in the tech space, especially in web dev, where everything is changing and growing and mutating so quickly. Okay, there's like 25 new front-end frameworks out. There's 25 new back-end frameworks out. There's frameworks that are full stack. Which one do you choose? There's like a million of them now. And then you start seeing all of these different frameworks in job requests. And it's like, okay, do I have to learn them all? And the answer is no. You don't really have to learn them all. All you really have to do is learn one of each and be able to learn new things quickly. And that's it. And I guess also be able to convince people that you can learn things quickly. And that's communication skills. So, you know, three things of technology, 2 things of technology, and communication. And as you become more senior level, you'll just start collecting these things anyways, because it's not like you can come into a company, they're going to say, okay, well, you know Docker, so you have to use Docker. No, you're going to come into a company and it's like, hey, we use Firecracker. And you're like, okay, well, I just learn Firecracker. And you're in it. You learn it in a couple days or maybe less, and off you go. Absolutely. Glad to put your mind at ease there. That being said, there is the negative problem of non-technical recruiters who don't understand that, right? Like, some recruiters think, well, if you don't know this, you have to, you know, we're just going to like say, we're just going to take your resume and put it into the shredder. And that's where networking comes in oftentimes, is to like work around that. But again, that's the communication aspect, right? That's not the answer to that is don't work with bad recruiters by just learning more skills. With non-technical recruiters, a chat often helps things along. Exactly. And that's networking, that's communications. I've had recruiters constantly ask, like, tell me about jobs in Java, for example. And it's like, I don't have Java on my resume. I don't have it on my LinkedIn. Could I learn Java? Yes. Am I interested in working on Java? Probably not. I know JavaScript, but the recruiter didn't know the difference, right? Because it looked the same on their page. They're non-technical. And so a conversation with them was like, hey, let's have a conversation. Let's have a phone call. And it's an educational moment, right? You can talk to them and say, hey, just want to let you know, Java and JavaScript are different technologies. Can you please verify, is the job for Java or JavaScript? Oh, it's for Java? Okay. So it won't be good for me, but I would love to stay in contact with you. If you do find one that says JavaScript, please let me know, because I am very good at that, and I am happy to do that kind of work, or vice versa. I often say that Java is to JavaScript as car is to carpet. I'm trying to think, like, can I say something like, because there's a carpet in a car? But I don't think that works. I don't think it stands up if I try to go too deep with it. But yeah, that's a really good analogy to use with Recruiter, because they're going to understand that, because they understand and know what a car is. I mean, I would hope so. They're completely different things, yes. That's as far as you go, yeah. Which makes sense. If we go too deep with a non-technical recruiter, you can, if you're in a physical conversation with them, you can actually literally see the moment that their eyes start glazing over and they start like not paying attention anymore, because they have been overwhelmed and / like they're out of their league. They know it, and you've lost them. All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and send this on all up. So first off, our Docker course. Okay, so commit, I guess like finished writing first drafts for each of those. That's good to go there. Express CRUD. We haven't done anything with this for the course for a while, so we're good to go here. Dockerized Helix. This one, we did push that up, and I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and do a git add here. Oh, I don't want the Rust app. Git store. I want to remove the rest up, in fact. Okay, so we have updated Docker file for course, and we'll go ahead and push you up. And if you're interested in this one, here, this is the config in there. Here is a link to the Dockerized Helix repo that we created as part of this course. That was the challenge for Dockerizing like a command. And then Helix itself, oh, that was just the config, which we got from. So we're good to go here, and I don't need anything else. Thinking about their domain, they care about matching people to roles to get paid by their clients and maintain a reputation. They don't care about the nitty-gritty technical details any more than we care about the recruitment pipeline. That's very true. And it's a really powerful skill to learn, to be able to think about the point of view from the person you're talking to. If you're able to learn what problems they have, what problems they're trying to solve, you can help them solve that problem. This is even more powerful if you're the client, right? If they're trying to help you find a job, which is how they make money, then making that easier for them is going to make them more willing to help you out, both now and in the future. And that's one way to like maybe get higher up on the list of priorities for a recruiter. And it's a sales technique, is figure out what the problem the person you're talking to is and help them solve it. And they're going to love you for that. It's really good. And if you can get into the habit of doing that just in general and in life, you become somebody that people really want to have you around. You don't have to solve everybody's problem. You just have to help make sure that their problem gets solved, which are subtly different things. Let's see. CJ is online. CJ is doing web dev news, code, Q&A, and it looks like right now, Code Wars. Let's go ahead and set up a raid for CJ. I'm gonna do a raid for Coding Garden. All right, obviously this raid is only for Twitch, so everybody over on Twitch will go over and say hi to CJ, and then everybody on YouTube will be ending. This VOD will just remain up on YouTube, although it is a fairly long one. And then I am cutting these down and making them shorter than uploading them to YouTube. I'm just like a month or so behind, so the cut ones will take a while to get uploaded. So that being said, thank you everybody for hanging out today. I hope that you all have a great rest of your Wednesday. I'll be back streaming starting on Monday next week. We'll be continuing on with the Build Your Own Git Challenge, and then more of this, the Docker course, on Tuesday and Wednesday. And so with that, I will see you next time. Bye.